Dontaesboxingnation, what's going on, guys? So long story short, this video I'm about to show you guys, I basically did this video over a month ago. It's just been sitting on the shelf. It's just a sneak peek, just a real tiny part of the full video that I'm going to do, Mayweather versus Ali. Now, because like I said, I wanted to drop a whole bunch of video footage and I want to make sure it didn't get flagged or anything like that. I haven't dropped it yet, but it's coming soon. I think I'm going to go ahead and release it. Not sure exactly when yet, but this is just a little sneak peek of some footage that I just had sitting on the shelf, and I figured I might as well just go ahead and release it until I release the actual full video. So here it goes, guys. As always, tell me what you think, and I'll catch up with you guys. I'm on to the next one. So Floyd Mayweather is 5'8", right? Some will say he's 5'8.5". I've seen him train a lot of times at the gym. In person, he looked shorter than that, but let's just go with 5'8". All right, let's just say hypothetically Floyd Mayweather has already picked his next opponent. And his next opponent happens to be 5'3.5" to 5'4". Okay? He's a flat-footed, aggressive fighter. Throws a lot of hooks. Has knocked out a lot of fighters with hooks, right? But nevertheless, he doesn't have the best defense. He has slow feet, easy to hit, but yet he's a very aggressive, strong fighter. Now, if you guys knew that this was the next person that Floyd Mayweather was fighting, what would you think? Who would you predict to win that fight? Now, I could tell you, first off, I know for a fact by the messages that I received, the type of comments we would get, or the type of comments that I would receive if Floyd Mayweather was fighting an opponent like that, is there goes Floyd Mayweather cherry picking again. See, Floyd Mayweather's fighting this dude because he knows that this guy is flat-footed, easy to hit, and he doesn't have a good jab. He's not a, he's not a fast, slick fighter, and et cetera, et cetera. There goes Floyd Mayweather cherry picking again, right? And the majority of people would predict that Floyd Mayweather would beat an opponent like that very easy, right? Well, you know what's interesting about what I just said? The fighter that I just described, that was basically a modern-day Joe Frazier. That's who I just described right now. Joe Frazier was about 4 or 5 inches shorter than Muhammad Ali. Joe Frazier was not the hardest person to hit, okay? He didn't have the greatest defense. He was a flat-footed fighter. Joe Frazier, he only knew one direction, and that was forward. All right? He wasn't a versatile fighter. He wasn't really that much of a thinking fighter. And this is the type of opponent that Muhammad Ali faced. You know, ever since Floyd Mayweather delivered one of the best performances of his career against one of the best opponents that anyone could put on their resume today, everyone has been basically talking about the same thing. And it's interesting. This tells you how great of a fighter Floyd Mayweather is. Because if there's one thing that the people who hate Floyd Mayweather and the people who support Floyd Mayweather all have in common, and what that is everyone is now comparing Floyd Mayweather to the greats. Okay? Regardless if you want to say some of the most naive shit and say he's all the way at the bottom 50, or if you want to say he's #1 greatest fighter of all time, the fact that we are all comparing Floyd Mayweather to the greats, that alone suggests he must be a great fighter. All right? I don't think anyone would deny right now, regardless if you hate the shit out of Floyd or you love Floyd, I don't think anyone would deny right now, no matter how much of a dumbass fan you are, no one would deny that Floyd Mayweather is the best fighter of his era. And if, like I said, if we're all comparing Floyd Mayweather right now to the greats, regardless if you want to sit here and say, oh, so-and-so would have beat the shit out of Floyd, or Floyd Mayweather would have beat them all, it doesn't really matter what your opinion is. It's just the fact that we're comparing him to the greats. It basically separates Floyd Mayweather from any other fighter today. Right? If you're comparing Floyd Mayweather to the greats, it lets you know that you truly deep down, you believe that he's a great fighter. Because no one is comparing Sergio Martinez to the greats, right? Nobody is saying, oh man, you know, the only person who would have beat Sergio Martinez is Sugar Ray Leonard. No, we're not saying that shit. You know why we're not saying that? Because if you follow boxing, then you know, just like I know, that you could name a handful of fighters today that can beat Sergio Martinez. Ain't nobody comparing Nonito Donaire to the greats, because we already know he can't even beat the fighters that are in front of him today. Ain't nobody comparing Manny Pacquiao to the greats, at least not anymore, because we know, once again, he can't even beat the fighters that Floyd Mayweather beat. You know, if you really, really pay attention to the messages that the haters leave when they talk about Floyd Mayweather, when they try to discredit Floyd Mayweather, if you really, really decipher that message, it's funny because they don't realize it, but they are actually praising Floyd Mayweather. They are actually giving Floyd Mayweather more credit than they give any other fighter. I mean, just think about it. Listen to the messages that people left after Floyd Mayweather beat Canelo. People sending messages saying stupid shit like, hey, well, you guys are making it seem like Canelo got his ass whooped really bad. It's not like he got really hurt and damaged, and he did better than Guerrero did. Let me tell you something. When your only criticism about Floyd Mayweather is comparing who did a better job at losing against Floyd Mayweather, that is a compliment. It's a compliment. Because when I was breaking down Donaire, for example, long time ago before he lost, I was breaking it down to a T, exposing all of the flaws that he had, all of the weaknesses. And I was telling you fighters that would beat him. And everything that I basically said, it turned out to be true. I didn't have to mention Henry Armstrong, Sugar Ray Robinson, or some fighter that's 2 divisions bigger than Nonito Donaire to find someone who could challenge him. You know why? Because Donaire is not on that level. And there are fighters that was proven that are in his own division that can beat him and beat him fairly easy. But when it comes to Floyd Mayweather, once again, listen to the criticism. Read the comments. What are they saying about Floyd Mayweather that's so bad? Skip Bayless, a person who spread shit like wildfire to the haters. Skip Bayless, he'll say, oh, well, he couldn't knock him out. Well, he couldn't knock him out. That's it? That's the worst thing you could say about Floyd Mayweather. No terrible defense. No so-and-so would beat him easy today. No this, no that, right? The worst thing you could say about Floyd Mayweather is he couldn't knock the guy out. Well, that's like criticizing the world's fastest man, Usain Bolt, for winning another gold medal in the 100-yard dash and criticizing him for not breaking his own record. It's no different. It's the exact same thing. Because you're not really comparing Floyd Mayweather to anybody. You're not saying that the guy that Floyd Mayweather just beat actually beat Floyd and it was a robbery. What you're basically asking Floyd Mayweather to do is challenge his own self. You're basically, like I said before, you're basically saying if Floyd Mayweather were to win the Super Bowl by 14 points, you say, how come he couldn't win the Super Bowl by 35 points? That is no different. So even the insults praise Floyd Mayweather in a certain way.